bustling streets of the 1920s, Indian men's fashion was a tale of tradition, with the dhoti and kurta reigning supreme. These were not just clothes, but symbols of identity and heritage, made from locally sourced materials and adorned with intricate designs that told stories of the wearer's roots. As the 1930s rolled in, the influence of British colonial rule began to seep into Indian men's fashion. The Western-style suits and ties, previously exclusive to British officials, started to gain popularity amongst the Indian elite. This was a period of fusion, where tradition met modernity, and the sherwani, a fusion of the British frock coat and the Indian achkan, was born. The 1940s marked a significant shift. This was a time of political unrest, with the struggle for independence at its peak. Khadi, a hand-spun fabric, became a symbol of resistance against British rule. The humble dhoti, spun from khadi, worn by Mahatma Gandhi, became a symbol of defiance and self-reliance. The 1950s, the first decade of independent India, saw a resurgence of traditional attire. The Nehru jacket, named after India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru, became a symbol of Indian modernity and sophistication. This hip-length tailored coat with its mandarin collar became a global fashion phenomenon, donned by the Beatles and even James Bond. As the 1960s arrived, Bollywood, India's thriving film industry, began to influence men's fashion. The flamboyant styles of cinema icons like Raj Kapoor and Dev Anand, with their slicked-back hair and tailored suits, became popular amongst Indian men. In the 1970s, the hippie culture from the West made its way to India. Bell-bottoms, psychedelic prints, and oversized sunglasses became the rage. Indian men started experimenting with their wardrobes, incorporating elements of Western fashion while maintaining their traditional roots. The 1980s saw a return to simplicity. Men's fashion leaned towards comfort and functionality. The kurta pajama, a traditional Indian ensemble, became a staple, worn in both casual and formal settings. This was a time when Indian men's fashion embraced minimalism. The 1990s marked the advent of globalization in India. Indian men's fashion saw an influx of international brands and trends. Denim jeans, graphic t-shirts and sportswear became popular, marking a shift towards casual, comfortable clothing. As the new millennium dawned, Indian men's fashion started to reflect a blend of global influences and local sensibilities. The kurta made a comeback, this time paired with jeans, creating a fusion of tradition and modernity. In the 2010s, Indian men's fashion saw a resurgence of traditional attire, but with a contemporary twist. Designers began experimenting with fabrics, patterns and cuts, creating modern interpretations of classic Indian attire like the Bandgala and the Pathani suit. Now, in the 2020s, Indian men's fashion is a vibrant tapestry of cultures, influences and styles. From the traditional sherwani to the Western suit, from the humble dhoti to the trendy jeans, the Indian man's wardrobe is a testament to a century of evolution, a blend of tradition and modernity, a reflection of India's rich cultural heritage and its global aspirations.